Howdy doody, gameroonies. It's me, deedumdim, here for another fun-filled episode of Hey, I Read Some Stuff. What's that? You're wondering where I've been for the past 8 months? Cool. Let's get into some content. AITA, or Am I the Asshole? It is a very straightforward subreddit that I'm sure all of you have already seen Q-Star cover because Q-Star is bae. It's very simple. If you had a crappy situation that you aren't sure if, wow, was I the bad guy in that instance? You could just make a quick little Reddit post, throw it up there and be like, hey, guys, what do you think? Let's look at one. This one's definitely not... just looking at the title, I'll let you decide how you feel on it. Am I the asshole for not wanting my young daughters and my sister's gay wedding? Oh boy, we're tempting that yellow dollar sign already. Throwaway for pretty clear reason. I am a brother to a pretty awesome little sister, 24, and also a dad of 3 beautiful little girls, 2, 5, 9. My sister dated men throughout her teenage years, and I'd always assumed that's how it'd stay. However, she is now engaged to be married to a woman. Her soon-to-be wife is a really cool person, and my own wife and I have enjoyed having her over and the kids enjoy her company. We haven't told them they are dating. My sister came to me recently as the wedding planning had begun, and she wants my wife and I in the wedding party, and also wants our oldest daughter as a bridesmaid, with the 2 younger ones as flower girls. Alright, so far, I'm already seeing a really suspicious amount of really footy, wordplay here of like, yeah, my sister, she's so cool. And her lady friend there, yeah, I'm totally accepting that she is a radical dude. Like, I have a feeling I know where this is going. And it ain't in a positive direction. I can assure you of that. Here is my dilemma. I have a very Christian family. My wife and I take our girls to church every Sunday, and to me, homosexuality isn't in God's word. You're the asshole. Dunsky. I feel that having my daughters go to church and then be part of a gay wedding is only going to create confusion and questions for them. Well, how dare we have questions about the world? How dare you encourage your little baby girls to ask questions about the world around us and all of its beauty? I have yet to discuss this with my wife. It's not that I intended for any of our family to miss my sister's wedding, but I hadn't even thought that far up until she told me she wants us to be a part of it. I spoke with our mother, who is completely against the wedding happening at all. She says I should tell her no, in hopes that she won't go through with the wedding. That's effed up. I told her absolutely not. Like I said previously, I never made plans to not attend the wedding. I was hoping to maybe have the girls be babysat, but I also struggle with that as they adore their aunt. Now that she wants them in the wedding, I can't get a babysitter and decline her offer. That would break her heart. But again, this wasn't a conversation I wanted to have with my girls. I don't want to get them the wrong idea. I'm so torn here. Would I be the asshole to tell my sister I don't want the trouble of small kids at her wedding, even though it's a lie? Alrighty. So before we take a look at the comments, let's get the deedumdim
judgment.
My judgment is, you're kind of the asshole, yeah. I mean, he kind of gets points for still wanting to attend his sister's wedding. Like, that's still cool, because his mom seems very gung-ho against, hey, no, none of this at all. This is a big no-no. And he's just like, you know what? This isn't a big no-no. This is just like kind of a no-no. But it shouldn't even be a no-no in the first place. Don't be afraid to teach your kids about new ideas, and don't use the Bible to be a dick. I mean, that sounds pretty straightforward, right? Let's see what the comments have to say. You're the asshole. Don't teach your kids to treat gays differently, no matter how your pastor interprets the Bible. Be careful who you hate. It could turn out to be someone you love. you're the asshole. This is an excellent time to put your money where your mouth is. Show your daughters that loving someone is never a bad thing. Are you willing to lose your sister because you don't want to face this? Because this is how you lose your sister. If you're hearing noises in the background, that's because my cat is currently trying to figure out how he wants to lay on top of my laptop bag. And I'm not even going to fight him, because if I fight him, he fights back. Yeah, there you go. Knock it off. Alright, now I'm fighting you. Now, I think all the comments are going to be very unanimously, you're the asshole. And I agree. I think he is the asshole in this situation. Is he the worst asshole in this situation? I don't think so. But I think the way that he's tiptoeing around things and the way that he's just trying to pretend like his sister's life doesn't exist and that like, oh, I've got to hide my way, I've got to hide my children from the way of the gay. I think that's pretty fucked up, dude. I think that's real fucked up. Now this one could be a spicy little sandwich of steakums. Am I the asshole for refusing to throw my sister-in-law a baby shower after I had already offered? Ooh. Baby showers are a tough situation. Like, if you've ever met someone that is expecting a party for them and they, like, really need that party, that person is terrifying because that person will literally rip squirrels in half just to prove a point that you need to be giving them their party. And honestly, like, if I saw someone rip a squirrel in half, I'd just go pee-pee in my pants. When I found out my sister-in-law was pregnant, the first thing I told her is to not worry about her baby shower. I told her that I will throw it at my house and I will pay for everything and not to stress about it. The only thing she had to worry about is set a date and give me a guest list. I kept reminding every other week, set a date, give me a guest list. Set a date, give me a guest list. This went on for months. No date, no guest list. Last weekend, we were at a girls' brunch, and one of our friends asked her when her baby shower is. She replied and said, next week at Dara's house. I was not told of this, but I just nodded and smiled as to not cause a scene and embarrass her. In private, I told her that this is all very last minute. I own my own business and work over 10 hours a day. I told her that I have been asking for her to set a date for months in advance, and she did not follow through. I refused and said sorry and left it at that. A few days later, she starts sending me baby shower ideas and decorations, and numbers for bakeries to order her baby shower cake from. She even sent me a guest list and a time of when she wants the baby shower to happen, 5 days from today. I told her again I was not going to do it because it's last minute. I don't operate this way. She told all of our families and friends, and now she thinks I'm being petty and mean for treating a pregnant woman this way. Am I the asshole? No. 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 Absolutely not. I am putting a firm foot down that you are not the asshole. You gave her plenty of a window of, hey, just start sending me the stuff. Start telling me what I need to know. Now, that could be wrong. You could be lying. And, you know, if you weren't actually nagging her about like, hey, give me a list, give me a list, give me a list, then no, you're still not the asshole. Because like, she should have been very proactive about this and helping you set this up. But instead, she left it all last minute, threw you under the bus in front of all of her friends and family, and then started to just like ghost brain send you things as like, no, you didn't say no. I'm ignoring that. I don't see these denials. I just want my baby shower. No, that shit don't fly. That is not cool. Let's see what the comments have to say. Not the asshole. I'm tired of seeing the pregnancy card pulled out to make people seem like assholes. You not only told her, but kept asking her about the date and guest list. She didn't say anything, so it's her fault. Not the asshole. She had her opportunity to express how she wanted things, but kept putting it off. Nor did she confirm with you until having already invited people. Pregnant women are hormonal, but they're not excused for their behavior 100% of the time. Not the asshole. She can't expect you to drop what you're doing to accommodate her party at the last minute. Yeah, that's another thing. This lady owns her own business. That's not an easy thing to do. Like, you can't just casually take a bunch of days off and be like, oh, well, my business will run without me. Like, no. She runs that business. Her time is precious. Her time is money. Her time isn't just like, oh yeah, I took a couple days off from Walmart, which is very hard to do, by the way. Very hard to get time off. Ooh, we've got a fun question here. This is our last one. Am I the asshole for walking out of a restaurant without paying? I went out with my family for a meal. My daughter got quite unwell near the end. Nothing related to the meal. So my wife took her to the car so that she could get some fresh air and hopefully feel a bit better. I asked for the bill and waited at my table with my other daughter for it to come. No bill. 5 minutes later, I ask another waitress. 5 minutes later, no bill. Receive a text from my wife saying, we need to go. What's taking so long? I went to the bar and asked for the bill. The girl in the bar tried to print me a bill, but the machine ran out of paper, so she disappeared to go find some. I explained to another barman that I have no cash, but I'm happy to pay on card without a receipt, and he says it's policy they have to give one. 5 minutes pass, and this third person still hasn't gotten back with my bill, nor the paper. I move to the exit and ask the person on concierge? Ugh, I've never had to say that word out loud. To find her, or a manager. They go off looking and return saying she's ended her shift. But to ask the manager at the bar. This is another 5 minutes now, so we're around the 20-minute mark. I find the manager working behind the bar, who is talking to another member of staff, and he tells me to wait by the cash register near the exit and someone will see me shortly. I tell him no, they need to take my payment now or I have to leave, explaining about my poor child and wife waiting. No problem, sir, I'll get someone right on it. My wife is absolutely blowing up my phone now, and I wait another 2 minutes, then tell my daughter, aged 8, it's time to go. I'll pay them later. We leave and get in the car, explaining to my wife what just happened. She tells me I'm the asshole for not paying and setting a bad example for my daughter. But I'm so mad now that I just want to get my kids to bed and drive home. I do intend on calling the restaurant tomorrow to pay. But as things stand, am I the asshole? Restaurants are a business, and they were conducting business poorly. You were trying to give them your money, and all of their staff fumbled. Like literally at least from the sounds of it, literally every staff in that building fumbled and fucked up with everything you were trying to do. It's not like you just ran out of the place within the first 2 minutes of being like, oh, well, fuck you then. And then it just got to the point where like, look, dude, you got a sick daughter. You got to take care of your daughter. You can't just be waiting around for fucking Walmart tier staff. Dude, you just can't win. Not the asshole. You made several attempts to pay. You're calling to pay your bill, so you're not stealing. I do have to say, your wife is the asshole. Blowing you up, then making you out to be the bad guy when you handled the situation as best you could, given the circumstances and pressure, mostly brought on by your wife not leaving you alone. Seriously, not the asshole. Wife, however, needs to learn to deal with things a little better or support you in your judgment calls. Not the asshole. Seems like you made every attempt to pay, and as long as you call and pay after fact, no harm done. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, especially if you're a parent. And I guess that's all that I gotta say on that. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. I got a nice little asshole status, and hey, if you've been wondering where I've been for the last 8 months, I've been right here. I've been basically the same spot. I've been having a real hard time recording stuff lately, but now I'm back, baby, and I'm gonna be posting Reddit content. Oh, I just threw up in my mouth. Oh, alright, peace.